So who do we have in the house so far? Let me do some research here. Equipment, inventory system, data structure. Oh, this is actually inventories. Right. Thought they seemed like a bit too serious. Game inventory system. Mhm. So I want to plot out what this data structure is going to look like more precisely. This is going to be an array. This is going to be an array. And then they both have their own graphical implementations that are children of this. And then they get this data structure and they represent it in the game. Hey, Speed Boost boy. My man. What's up? Did you have a good weekend so far? Probably need a pointer to the item table. Oh, you went to a convention. Nice. What kind of convention? I'm doing great. Doing great. I've had a lot of, what do you say, commitments that I had to do this weekend. Some chores. But most of it is done now, so that's good. Cosplay. Wow. Nice. Have you done that before, or is it your first time going to a cosplay convention? I've never done that, but I can see the charm with it, for sure. All right, let's move over. I'm gonna move over a lot of code from the existing inventory class, but I'm gonna look it through like one thing by thing so that we only get the necessities. And then eventually I'm gonna try to turn this into the new inventory slash equipment class. That's the plan. Very, very crowded. Yeah, I can imagine that. Where was it? Was it in Northern Ireland? Apologies, but I don't even know what the largest city in, like, the capital of Northern Ireland is called. Belfast, of course. I've heard that before. How big is Belfast? Pro tanto quid retribuamus. What shall we give in return for so much? It's quite small, like 600,000. Some interesting animals on this coat of arms. It's like a horse and a mermaid at the same time. Can be quite a rough place. Okay. Yeah, it's like size of Oslo or something. It looks a bit like Oslo too. Is that where you're from? Belfast? Inventory array. I'll just call it inventory array. I'm gonna be super explicit about it. Belfast. Cool. The update GUI thing should be for all of them. Both the equipment and the inventory. I think otherwise there's a risk that there will be bugs. So how is Belfast as a city? How is... What's the accent in Northern Ireland? Is that like Lord of the Rings? Which character in Lord of the Rings has a Northern Ireland accent? Or in Game of Thrones? I think in a lot of these series, there's like a lot of English accents. Or not English, but yeah, you know what I mean. British, let's say. English speaking. I'm not gonna do inventory GUI, I'm just gonna do update GUI instead. And for now, let's do pass here. Don't think there are many characters with a Belfast accent in Lord of the Rings. It's a bit like an Irish accent and a London accent combined. Okay. Interesting. I might have to Google it to hear it.
Does your accent ever come out, or is it buried and gone?
It is not buried and gone, Ryan. It is not too far away. And in fact, the first job I had when I came back from the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, or RADA, as you might know it, RADA was in
Is this the Belfast accent?
And I went back to my granny's, and I stayed with my Uncle Jim and my Auntie Kathleen, and played Billy in the Billy Place for a month.
Ireland's going to be united one day?
Yeah, I hope so. You better believe it, darling.
Really?
That's why we're fighting. How long do I pull this gun back out again here?
But you speak Irish?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah?
Yes.
Tell me something in Irish.
Shit about town on the grass, that's on sure.
Gorma haggis, gorma haggis. And you go.
Oh, it's difficult to hear what they're saying. Cool, so there's going to be a lot of refactoring here. So we might as well try to enjoy it. Then we do the Update GUI there. So now we have attempt to pick up. We don't have attempt to use yet. We might as well copy paste these over. Use one mat type. Okay, this wasn't that much logic in here, actually. That's moved over. Removing this again. It would be interesting to try some AI bot, by the way, to see what it does. That can help me refactor this. Wouldn't that be interesting to see? If I just give it all of the code. How long context length does perplexity have? Can you refactor this code to have a unified equipment and inventory class? It's not all of the code, but let's see what it says. Unified equipment and inventory class. Oh, nice. Constant equipment slots, inventory size, inventory data, equipment data. Wait. Okay, so it just did that. And then we have the inventory GUI, the equipment GUI, the nodes, resources, item table, empty slot texture, item, add item, update GUIs. Debug add item. This is not bad. Attempt to equip. If equipment data, slot index. Move the currently equipped item to the inventory. Attempt to pick up. Equals item. To combine into a single class, separate arrays for inventory and equipment data. The attempt to equip function allows equipping an item from the inventory to a specific equipment slot. Unequipping. Yeah, it's true. It can get stuff pretty badly wrong. Wait, Python? No. But I think something that is more worrying is that how good it is. We might be out of jobs pretty soon. It's so early yet, and it's already being deployed in companies. Like, people use it at work to become more productive. People use it in office to like summarize email conversations, chat messages, book meetings, and this is just the beginning. So I kind of want to use it more to learn how to use it effectively. I don't feel like I have that at the moment. Inventory size. At least get some good ideas from the output. Equipment size. Slots. Inventory slots. What word did they use? Size slots. Okay. That actually makes sense. They need to refine it way more for stuff that they're planning to use it for. Too easy for it to slip up on something important. Yeah. I mean, there's gonna have to be human surveillance of it and controls for quite a while. But I mean, in the grand scheme, like if you zoom out a bit on the timescales, I mean, 2 years is nothing. And imagine in a few generations, like say in 50 years, where is it gonna be? 100 years. I'm starting to believe more and more that humans will be surpassed when it comes to doing anything that we're doing today that requires intellectual skills. That's exciting, but it's also a bit worrying. I should get Copilot, honestly. For practice. All right. Now the arrays are in place. That's the fundamental thing. We have that now. Everything else is just a layer on top. Should be easy. Let's rebuild the inventory. Let me add this actually to as a scene here in Godot. So let's call it, should be a user interface. We can call it inventory manager. And then we add, we should not need to create one. Where did I put this? No, item manager. Item manager. So where did I put this inventory? Slash item manager. It's doing the opposite of what we want. It can do art but can't do chores. We want to do art while AI does chores, exactly. Yeah, that would be a dystopian future. Imagine if AIs get to do all the fun stuff and we are left doing all the chores. That would be very depressing. They're like writing all the books, creating all the games, creating the movies. Now let's add inventory and equipment to this one. And this is what's going to be loaded by the player now, and not equipment and inventory individually, but just item manager. I think the last thing that AIs will do for us, it's going to be like laundry. That's going to take a long time until AI is good enough to do something boring like that. Also because it requires like manipulating the real world. So that's a lot harder than writing code, where it just has to manipulate data. This class now is going to become totally irrelevant. And I can make the GUI the actual parent here. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Let's hope it doesn't overthrow us. I don't think that will happen. It's not going to happen soon. It can happen, though, for sure. I mean, why not? Oh, there's one thing missing here in the GUI. And that is the process thing, making it visible and invisible. Yeah. I mean, so far, it can just be shut down. Oh, I think it's not showing anything because there is no data in the inventory now. Or something. Sure, it can just be shut down at the moment, but imagine in the future if it controls its own power resources and guards the power switch or something, so that we cannot really turn it down. But I think one interesting thing that people have that machines doesn't have is that we are extremely good at surviving anything, as a group at least. Like you can try to extinguish humans, but they keep surviving and keep reproducing. Like we have reproduction. Machines don't have reproductions. We are very, very resilient. While, yeah, the machines aren't. They need like to create chips to run these machines. You need very, very complex factories. And I mean, every person walks around with this kind of a factory, or like every woman walks around with this sort of a factory within her, and can just within 9 months spit out like a fully functioning human, or not fully functioning, but yeah, the seed of one, or like a child, which is pretty fantastic. Can't think of a way for it to be possible for a robot to create another one of itself without any outside help. I can, but we are very far away from that. I mean, at the point, I think they're basically gonna have to create machines that can walk around, or like mobile machines that can like walk or use wheels or something to move and manipulate the world. Then I think, yes, it's gonna be possible. You know, these like Tesla Optimus Prime robots. That would make that possible. But it's still very, very fragile because they need a lot of energy. If they run out of energy, they can't do anything. And the energy, like electricity, requires quite complex and expensive technology to be produced. So at the moment, it's very fragile, but maybe that will change. I just think it's crazy that we live in a time, where we even talk about these things. Like it could, like if it's in the realm of possible futures, for real. It's crazy. All right, so update GUI here. We're gonna have to update the inventory. Get child. Okay, now that's trying to use inventory data. Okay, now it works. Nice. Parts of it work. That's good. Okay, inventory data again. window, player node. Right. And what's the player node? So here it's going to be the same now every time. Inventory GUI. Where are we? Inventory item. Whoops. Let's rename this everywhere. Equipment or inventory. No, let's just say parent GUI. Oh, and the inventory for data. Oh, this is gonna be, how do I? Inventory, so this is gonna be previous position in inventory. God damn it. Okay, let's call this what am I looking for here? What are we doing with inventory? Here, inventory.inventory array. Okay, so this is actually the item item manager. Item manager is get parent. Get parent, I think. Wait, equipment menu, inventory. No, we have one more layer here. No, we don't. It's the same. Get parent, and then get parent. That's gonna take us to the item manager. So it's the same. Player node, that's gonna be get parent. So we can just do item manager dot get parent. And here we can do parent GUI dot get parent. Right, in base window, because we don't have a player at the moment. Wait. Yes, we don't have that function. Update GUI. I think update GUIs was a good name for this. That the AI proposed. Wait, inventory. We shouldn't even have an inventory anymore. Yeah, we don't item manager dot update GUIs. Could not parse class player. Something is wrong. Oh. Like, what is the monster class breaking? What's going on? Or item manager dot inventory dot visible. What the heck? Oh, it's not called inventory. What is it called then? Oh, I need to do get child here. Or get node inventory. Okay, cool. Cannot really move the mouse at the moment, but... And this... Okay, now it's back to actually kind of working already. Nice. Now I just need to make that work. And then we are good to go. And this is not working at all now. Oh. Wait, inventory. Okay, right. Yeah, this is also trying to use inventory. This is a question to the item manager. Okay, yes, cannot afford it now. Oh, right. Everything here is going to have to be rewritten. Manager. Do we use... Where else do we use Builder UI? Only two now. Get looted by item manager. Item manager. Cool. What if we try to build something? Still works. All right. Nice, that was way faster than I thought to move over. I think I want to rename this file actually to inventory. .gd inventory old. Inventory, and then we have to reattach this here. Oh, I missed some messages in the YouTube chat. The coding is going good, Kieran. Thank you. And Coffee Lake. This is kind of a Minecraft / Valheim inspired exploration and crafting game that I'm trying to make. Second. So the action might need to happen on inventory item. Let's check what that code looks like. Wait, parent GUI. dot grid array. Is there even one in the equities? Not equities, equipment class. Let me try to debug and add an item to the equipment slots once. To inventory, and let's have one debug add item to equipment to main hand. Stone spear. Or let's just to equipment slot. Equipment slot. And then we can do stone spear and then to equipment slot 0, for example. Add item to and slot, item type index. Then to equip. Item type index. Let's start with something simple, like if item dot idx, and then we do if equipment array idx equals null, then, or let's say if not, by the way, if not, then we should equip it. So then equipment array item.idx equals what do I put in the array, by the way, in the inventory array? Equals dot type. Yeah, I do put type and count, I think. So it's enough here that I just put the type. Equals item dot type. Oh, equals. And that's not going to do anything, I think. What? Do I have two of these? Attempt to equip. Yeah, I do have two of them. Yeah, now this doesn't render anything. So this actually, when it gets updated, it has to check in the array what to put there. In the same way as the inventory does. Right, it just creates a grid node. Just adds children to it. I do clear equipment children, and then bank clear children for get children. For child in get children, if child is item inventory item, child dot queue free. How do I clear children here? Yeah, queue free. Okay. So what about... Okay, it's not called get children. What is it called? Child in grid array. So it adds them while it sets them up. Array, let's do the same here. child, if child. And child is inventory item, child.q3. Maybe we should start with just one slot for now. So for I'll just copy paste this. For equipment item in, oh no, it's not inventory manager. It's item manager. Item, and then inventory item scene. I think that's something, yeah, that I can reuse. Get texture for item. Item manager. Yeah. Wait, no. We don't put that here. We put it in here. Item manager equals get current. Item count should be -1, or no, 0. Or something. I just don't want to see the count. Yeah. Hey Arch, what's up? So what I mean by equipment system that I'm creating now, it's a system so that the player can like take a weapon from the inventory and start wielding it in their hand. So like just the bare bones so that they can equip stuff. Inventory manager not declared. Yeah. Item manager. No. Yeah, item manager. Okay, what will happen with this now? Pretty sure I removed the attempt to equip. But it's here. Maybe I didn't save it. So I still don't... It's a previously freed instance. So what if I delete these two? So where did it go? Did it not add anything? Characters. We have our player. We have the item manager. We have the inventory. There's a lot of textures there. We have the equipment menu. There is nothing here. So it didn't, for some reason, add anything here. So let's have a look in the item manager code again. What did we do here? So we're trying to put attempt to equip, equipment array on node 0 with an item.type of stone spear 0. That should be the data in that array. And then after that, we do update GUIs, and that should... Where is that? There. Should take the equipment menu, update GUI. And the equipment menu is here. Oh, inventory array. Equipment array. And it adds this as a child. Is the problem that it doesn't... No, but the child wasn't added at all. Right, this isn't item.type, this is just item. All right, what do we have now? We have a character, we have an item manager. Okay, there are textures here. Where are they though? Where's the transforms? Position 0, 0. I should probably add a grid so we can place them in the right place. Or maybe I can just actually give them when it comes to the equipment. Instead of removing everything, let's add back. I'm just gonna get a pillow to sit on. Getting some träsmak here. You know, wood taste. Yeah, so what if I add inventory item here? Let's just add one. And let's use the quick load, the empty bag slot. Such a beautiful design. I mean, I love this graphic. And we can just call this 0. And then in the code, we'll do for I in range length of this array. And then we can do if item manager dot equipment array. We're using it more than once, so let's just do var equipment array equals item manager dot equipment array. equipment array I. Then we do something. Then we do this. But instead of add child, no, we actually change 0. So we don't need to instantiate a new one. Equipment item. Where did I get that from? Oh yeah, right. For equipment item equals equipment array I. Oh right, indentation. Full item data equals item manager, item table. What is this? Inventory item node, set item. Wait, what does set item do? Oh, set item, that's something here. Okay. Maybe we don't need to call that. We don't need to add a child. We do want, though, the actual node. Item slot node is get node string I. And then we don't need to append it to any grid even. We don't even need to clear the children, I think. So if there isn't any value in the equipment array, we set it to empty node. Set to empty slot. Get node string I. And then here we can just do a new function for set to empty slot. Node pointer. Item texture. Where am I getting the empty one? here, empty bag slot. Dot inventory texture. -1 gives me an empty. Okay. An empty one. So it should be -1 here. Var item count -1. Item slot node. Item slot node dot set count. Item count. Okay, so that's gonna go through all of them. If there is data in the array, it's gonna put that data like the right equipment slot or right equipment texture. If there isn't, it's gonna put an empty slot there. Otherwise, and yes, this is the empty slot. So every time we update the GUI, that's what it's gonna do. Should work. Yes. So only problem now is we have too many slots. We only have one now to iterate over. So let's try it now. I'm expecting there, yes, to be a stone spear equipped. And it is. Fantastic. Nice. Cool. So that actually works. Now it renders a stone spear in the inventory. Amazing, amazing. No worries, Speed. Welcome back, man. Welcome back. Okay, progress. For now, there will be 2 equipment slots, and therefore I need to add another one of these. And yes, we'll call it 1. That's exactly what I want. And 1 goes here. Something like that. Yes, okay. If we run it now, yeah, that's exactly how I want it to look. So the data is being reflected in the right way. Now I want these to be... First thing I want is to be able to do that. So I need to go into that feature again and see how it works. Just gonna push this to Git. Git add all, git commit, equip, and system renders the data from the array now. That's a big progress, actually. It's really nice. So, what is it that makes the movement possible again? Hey, PBMN Love, what's up? Thank you for the follow. Hey, hey. So let's check out what it is with the inventory that makes the movement possible. Not tooltip, but I think it is something to do with left pressing. So when left pressing, are you doing the tree wood shading through lights or with shaders? It's I'm not using many shaders yet, so it's very simple at the moment. I don't think I'm using some shaders though. For unfortunately, I can't really. Okay, I can look around now. You see like how the trees are moving. That's actually shaders. But I don't think I have it for much else yet. And I don't think there are shadows. Or maybe there are shadows for the trees. Not sure. Oh, we can actually test that. Let's build something. Okay, now I can look around again. Nice. So if we build a torch, this is pretty cool that the shadows works for the plants, but I'm not sure it works for the tree. Hard to tell. Okay, so what happens? We click on it with the left. It disables the button, gets the index in the inventory, and then it sets current inventory item in the item manager. No, wait. If current inventory item, right, it gets the inventory array. So this is going to have to be mixed between the inventory array and the equipment array, depending on which is the current system we take that object from. If current inventory item, so if there is something there, if it isn't empty, previous inventory array, yeah, it duplicates the previous array. So and then it removes that slot so that we have the illusion of that slot being empty while we move the thing around. We can remove these now, I think. It removes it from the grid array. It reparents it to the player node. Inventory button pressed. But wait, how does this even work? It's a shame I created a system here that I 1 week later don't even remember how it works. There is something going on here. Swap position. Previous inventory array. Swap position. Queue free. So there is some code in player as well. This is really spread out. So inventory button pressed. We're getting the button. If not inventory button that is empty, then we attach to mouse. If attached inventory button detach, so we detach the previous one. Inventory button. Otherwise detach item from mouse, yeah. So this has to be merged somehow now, so that they all like can interact across the inventory array and the equipment array. And how does it know? Get index in inventory. I think this is, grid array dot find self. This is where some action needs to happen. We need to figure out where it's located. Where does it get the grid array from? Parent GUI grid array. Yeah. Valheim is really, really fun. It's like a Viking, exactly like you're saying, it's like a Viking themed survival game. With a lot of like building and crafting and monsters, and it's like a procedurally generated world. And it's beautiful. Like it's very, very nice. Very chill game. So I think we could potentially figure out where we are in here. We need to know that, otherwise I don't think this is gonna work. Inventory type. Let's create that as enums up here. Can we do enum? Enum inventory type. But then inventory type is a bad name. Backpack type 0 enum equipment type 1. Oh. Hey Jet, what's up? How are you doing? Have you had a good weekend? How do I do an enum? Is this the syntax? Inventory type, inventory equipment type, inventory backpack type. Need the name before the brackets. Or not? Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, I'll Google it. Not really a good weekend, but fine. Okay. Hope next week is better. Enum named. What? Enums are big shorthand for constants, useful if you want to assign consecutive integers. Ah, it's the same as this. Okay. Keys in a named enum are not registered as global constants. Enum state. State equals state jump. Okay, so that's how you name it. Yeah. So we could do enum enum inventory type and then backpack equipment. I think that's gonna work. And then we do equipment menu. Where did I start writing that? Inventory? No, inventory item. Inventory type equals item manager dot inventory type dot. There we go. So it's going to be backpack if parent GUI is class name inventory. Is inventory. Otherwise, let's just do in ready instead, and we can do a switch statement. Switch case. Switch statement. Switch match. Match expression patterns. Give me an example. X. Okay. Can I even do that though? How do I get the type? How do I get the class name? Maybe I should create variables. Inventory type equals item manager dot inventory type dot, and this is backpack. meant. Mm-hmm. And then maybe we don't even need to put that here because we can access it from the parent. We can just do onReady var inventory type equals parent GUI dot inventory type. And then the whole reason I'm trying to add that is because when we're trying to figure out our index in the inventory, this is, or no, when we try to figure out which array we want to manipulate. Yes. So we're gonna have to create the grid array here actually. For all of these items. Grid array dot end get child 0. We could do this even easier by doing similar loop as down here. I in range grid array dot append and then get node string version I. Okay, so now even down in the equipment thing, we're gonna be able to find self. Yeah, we should be able to find self. No. We probably want to do onReady var item array in item array parent GUI equals item manager dot inventory array if inventory type this could be a switch statement. Var item array match inventory type. Then we do item manager dot inventory type dot backpack item array equals item manager dot inventory array item manager inventory type backpack equipment, and then we do this but equipment array. Now it knows where to look, so we can replace this with item array. No, not that one. So item array. What happens when inventory button pressed again? Yeah. What's up, Svenne? Hur är läget? Have you had a good weekend? Let's see what happens now. Is this... No. Global script class. Okay, I didn't even use this anyway. I in range len value of nil item manager equipment array. Is that not what it's called? It is. And we are initializing it. Okay, add player, agile item manager. Why does that not execute? So item manager is there, but all the arrays are null. So it's like this runs before the script in the item manager. What's that VIC-20 resolution? I mean, I wouldn't say it's a shitty Mac, but it's a Mac. It's a 13 inches MacBook Air. Yeah, it's a bit zoomed in. I guess it's good for anyone watching on a phone. But if you're like opening it up on a full screen, on a big screen, it's gonna look very zoomed in for sure. What's even VIC-20? That's before my time. But you did play EverQuest too, so it doesn't surprise me. Commodore. I wonder how old this person is now. I mean, I think it's okay. It's a bit small. It's a bit on the smaller side, but I think it works. "24 lines of code visible." How many do I have here? 27. So that's 3 more than the VIC-20. VIC-20, throw yourself in a wall. Or what you say? Oh, type of. That's how I could have done that, I think. All the net code working. Dude, I haven't, unfortunately, haven't worked on the network at all since, yeah, that one long time ago when you, like, I think, watched the stream for the first time. Because that was like, I got sidetracked way too much. But I think the progress is, it's going okay. Like, I can show you now. Okay, no, I cannot show you now because this is currently not working. But there's like a building system. You can do some crafting. There's an inventory. And now I'm trying to add equipment slots so that you can like pick up an axe or a spear or something. So that's the current thing. So some UI and like data structure programming right now. How do I make this execute after this? Let's do, there is something that executes before ready, I think. It's like on tree entered or something. GDScript on tree entered. Enter tree. Enters a scene tree, exit tree. Maybe I should call it from here then. As bank equipment grid array init. Because the order of execution isn't really what I want it to be. Get node equipment menu dot equipment grid array init. And how was your weekend, Gripner? All right, so now this works again. -1 on base nil. Just gonna get the charger. It was on a very convenient non-standing up distance. Non-standing up distance. I don't even know if that's an expression, but oh, you spent some time climbing with your kids. Nice, nice. Yeah, the weather is pretty good now. Finally, some summer heat. So item array, does that have a value here, or why do we not find anything? No, it's null. Why is item array null? This isn't doing what I'm expecting. Print found inventory backpack. Equipment. Okay, that doesn't work for equipment for some reason. Yes, it doesn't work because... Yeah, why doesn't it work? Yes, why does it not work? Parent GUI or parent should be equipment menu. It has an inventory type of equipment. Okay, let me check the remote here. So we go into item manager. Let's check the inventory first. Members. We have an item array. Inventory type 0. Good. And that goes for all of them, it looks like. They are all added with code. That's one difference here. And then in the equipment menu, we only have 2. And they do not have an inventory type. So that is the problem. But why not? Maybe it's the same thing again. You know, when they're... Yeah, I think it's the same problem again. When they are running, the parent hasn't run, and therefore the parent hasn't got the inventory type assigned. I think that's the problem. So I think I need to set this stuff manually here. Var equipment node. We can do this here, so we only have to do it once. Append equipment node. Oh. It keeps hurting when I stretch. That's a bad sign. Should learn from my mistakes and stop stretching. That's my conclusion. Inventory type setup. This is becoming a bit ugly now, but so then we can run this and then we can call it from the equipment menu when it's ready when it has loaded. Okay, so we then go to inventory type setup. Equipment node dot inventory type setup. Init, and I think I call this from where? Inventory, no, item manager. Yeah. Equipment grid init. All right, let's try it again. Cool, that works. This still works. That doesn't work. Wait. Has the data changed? There's nothing when I hover over it. If I reload that, does it have anything when I hover? No. Okay. Still work in progress. Git add all, git commit. I don't know even what progress I made since the last commit, but potentially cleaning up of data, equipment, data structure. the tooltip. I mean, that's not maybe top priority, but on button mouse entered. Display tooltip. Maybe it doesn't show. Maybe it's like outside of the screen or something. This should work. Because it has nothing to do with where it's shown. Like in which type of inventory it is. All right, I think I'm gonna take a little break now. But thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. It's been a fun little streaming session Sunday night. Let me find someone to raid. If I can find some good small game developer. Soding is a big one. It's a bit too big. I want to support some small streamer. VPN. Are there any Godot streamers? What is this? Oh, it's some kind of Twitch game. What?
Or I used to basically just spawn all the different pieces.
Okay, let's raid this guy.
Let's see. Under this generated, I just spawned all the pieces. Every single map
Mung
that had data. I just
low.
instantiated it and threw it under the generator. I'm changing how we do that because I want to have a specific.
Cool, guys. Thank you so much, and see you next time.
Unsorted, that stuff that needs to be sorted.
Bye bye.
And then we have by room 0, 1, 2, 3.